Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's class where we'll be modeling on still on that table. I hope you will find the last class helpful. And today we will be toggling from object mode to edit mode for today's class. And we are still on that table. I just want to give you the difference between modeling with ordinary object mode and edit mode. So without any further ado, let's start the class. This is always your interface. As usual, you have your queue defaults. Let me delete it first. Then let me hide all this by pressing H, just ordinary H, so that to not be disturbing me along the line. So I have this, then Shift A to bring my mesh. So I've brought my mesh. Then as usual, as we did it the other time in the previous class, so let's go to our numpad 3, so to our face mode. Then let's shift it up, G Z axis up. Then I think it's good here. Then I want to scale it inward, S plus Z. Then scale inward. I think I'm good. Let me see if it's not too thick. I think it's too thick. Go back to numpad 3. Let me still scale inward. X axis. Table. I don't want a thick table like that. Whichever one you want anyway. You can just do it in the thickness in whichever you want. So this is it. Then I want to scale in all axes by pressing S and Shift Z. So it will scale. I want it a little bit big. So I think let me still scale a little bit in Shift Z. So I think I'm good. If you are good, any size you are good with, you can just work it on. Now we'll toggle from object mode. So we are going to our edit mode now. Let's see what we can do with this. So if you want to go to your edit mode, it's either you come down here, you click, you see your edit mode, or for the shortcut we have what do we call it? We have tab. Just click on your tab. Then I'm already in my edit mode. You see that things has changed from being here down to this place. You can see this has, so I now have more tools to work with here. So now you can see that my mesh has a dot here and a straight line here, and it's also having a face here. So what this does is, this is what we call vertex. So this is your vertex. So the dots here all around is called vertices. That's in plural form. So we now have edge. You can see this is your edge here. We have edges. So we now have edges all around. Then we also have face here. So we have faces also. So this one here in the middle here also is a face. So if I click on my 3 in my normal key, not numpad, my 3, I've switched to face. So if you want to work on face, if it is face you are working on, so you always make sure that you are switching. And if it is edges you want to work on, you switch to your edges. And if it is the vertex you want to work on your vertices, then you switch to your vertex. This is vertex here. 1, then we have 2, and we have 3. So you can always use 1, 2, 3 on your keyboard. So I want to work on the face here. So we have a lot of faces here. You can see we have we have single face. I can do something to my, because I want to use extrusion. I want to extrude here, here, and here, and here. So what I will just do is that I will go back to my number 3. So just lift it up a little bit, G plus Z up. Excuse me, that's one thing, because all is not, I only selected the face, so it's only that face that will be moving. So when you are working here, it's different from the what do we call it, the object mode. Object mode is taking every object. For instance, here I have, if I want to move now, you can see I'm moving all at the same time. But here on edit mode, it is what you are really working on that will be moving. So you need to pay attention, lest you will destroy your mesh. Now I'm working on the face now. And if I say I want to move all by just clicking on that single face, and I say I want to move G, Z, you see, it's only that one that is moving. I'm moving that one up. You can see. You can see. So that's what I meant. So now, here, if you now want to select all, if you want to select all faces, you can always go to your wireframe by pressing your Z, ordinary Z, in your edit mode, then to bring this, then this is wireframe. So you can see the X-ray of all your mesh. So if you click on like this, then it will be able to select all. It will be able to select all. So you can see I can now move all my objects now. 3 G, move up. So now back to I want to go back to my solid mode. So this is my solid mode. So this face is still selected, but I want to extrude from here, so I'll select this face. I can just take a loop cut. Yeah, let me use loop cuts so that I will have a flow, what do we call it? Topology. Yeah. Now let me go to 2. So I'm in 2 to select edges. So Control R. Aha. So you can scroll your wheel up. You can see it's giving me, so I think I'm good with this. Yeah, so you can scroll your wheel up. When you have clicked on Control R, scroll your wheel up and it will begin to give you divisions. So and I also do it sideways like this again. Control R, again. I think I'm good. Yeah. So now you can see that's one thing about in edit mode. So now I want to extrude from here, and I will extrude here, I will extrude here, I will extrude here. Do you understand? So let me go back to my X. Before then, let me click. Can click at once by holding, by clicking. Go back to your face, 3, so that you can select the face. 3, then hold down your shift, click others, click on the other that you want to. So now it has been clicked. So you can go to your number 3, then extrude in X axis, then bring it down. You see what we have? You can see we have a table. Yeah, that's it. So if I don't want this to be too what do we call it, to be too big, you can see the leg is a little bit fatter than the one we did yesterday. You know what I will do now? I will okay, I want to hide this. So I'm hiding this first. So I want to do another thing. Let me bring my cube again. I can use plane. Yeah, let me use plane this time around. let me use plane. That's Shift A, plane, then scale up. Yes, so move part 3, move up. Then that's it. I think I'm good. Then what I will do is I can just extrude this one a little bit to be more thicker, a little bit. So what I will do is go back to my edit mode on my face, click on the face I want to work on, then go to my x-axis, then extrude up. You can see. So you can use plane, you can use you can see this plane is a little bit easier instead of scaling inward, scaling in axis like that. So this one is more easier. Now what I want to do is just to make sure that I subdivide the faces. So by pressing Ctrl R, then scroll the way. Before you click on your after pressing your Ctrl R, so you will have done your subdivision by scrolling your wheel up. So if you are good, then can alt click. Then again I want to subdivide again by Ctrl R again. Excuse me. Ctrl R again, then subdivide. I think I'm good. Then what I want to do now is, because I want to extrude it to be a little bit tiny, what I will do on these faces is that I'm going to insert. So go to face mode by pressing your 3, then I have these faces selected. Then I press I to insert them inward. So I will have a small face to work on. I will have a small leg now. So insert. You can see it has created another face in there. So what I will do now is go to my x axis, then extrude downward. So I think, let me undo that. Let me move this up a little bit. 3, go to my object mode, then GZ up, then come back to my edit mode. Then what I will do is my x-axis, then extrude downward. Okay, so this is what I have here. If the leg is too big for you, you can still adjust it. This is just to teach you on simple thing. Now what you do now is, we are to form the covering here, and the covering there. So I can go back to and bring another plane, Shift A. So when you are bringing your mesh, if you are in your object mode, bring your mesh again, Shift A, plane. So you can scale. Let me come to my x-axis. So scale up. After scaling up, I want to scale in x-axis so that it become a little bit tiny. Then I will rotate in y-axis 90 so that it can be standing upright. Then I want to move up, GZ up, then scale again, scale Z axis. So move back in X axis. So I still want to scale up. Then move it up in X axis, in Z axis. So you still want to scale up. Then move up in Z axis. I hope we are getting this. So let it get more closer to my mesh here. So I still want to move in X axis. Okay, I think I'm good like this. So what I want to do is just duplicate by Shift D. We should be familiar with that by now. So what I want to do now is just to duplicate and to duplicate it down here. So what I will do is Shift D, then rotate it in Z axis. Yeah, rotate in Z axis, then bring it G for moving in X axis. And then you know what? What I will still do to it is that I still want to scale it inward a little bit, as scaling X axis. Then move a little bit in X axis. All right, if you are good. So now you see that it's still not doing it. So what you now do is on your minus X, so you want to move it G, Y. Make sure it's aligned to this side. Then Shift D, then move to Y. I hope you are getting it. So let's see. So okay, I think I'm good. So what we'll now do now is we want to make sure that we have our what do we call it from here? We want to have our drawer here. So what I can do is just that, go to my edit mode. No, first of all, click on what you want to work on in your object. So I'm working on this. Then go to my edit mode by pressing your tab. Then what I will do here is that I will extrude these edges, the edges. I will extrude the edges down. Then I will extrude again like this. So I will have faces like that. Let's try it. Though there are many ways to do that, but let's try this. Let's face minus Z. Let's see if we can see what we are doing. So from here, let's look at the drawer first. Okay, from here, so from here down, let's make it to be here like this, just, or let's make it here like this, the drawer to be here from here. So now what I will click, I will go to my edges by pressing 2 and pressing these edges. If you click on Alt, it will select all the edges, and we don't want to work on all the edges. So click, you can always hold your shift, click on this, click on this, click on this, then click on this. So click on this, click on this, click on this, click on this. So what we'll now do is want to extrude z-axis. Let's see what is. Can see. So let me undo that. Again, go to my, then extrude z-axis. Okay, this one is coming out, so I will need to subdivide it here so that I can delete this part. It's coming out from that side. Press X. Let's see what we have. So now I've deleted that part. So what I will now do is that I will click on 2, come to my edge, come here, then do extrusion in y-axis. So I've extruded in y-axis, so you can see that it's now touching that part. So you can see. So now coming down to this place, there are ways to do that, but let me just give you these tips. Click here, you can press your Alt click, then you will then scale in okay, this is what I want. It's too much. Oh my god. Right, alright, you see, these are one of those things that can happen. How can we fix this? I can just press my double tap G, can just move it backward. So you don't want this to come out too much. So what we do is just to make sure that let me see it's moving that faces. Okay, let me do this by going to my face first. Let me see if I can delete that. Can just find, let me see if I go to my 2 and extrude x-axis. I want it to be too much outside. X for deleting vertices. Edges. It's for deleting edges. So here, click here, Alt click, then move down X. So I have this. So delete edges here, delete edges. So delete edges. I hope we are getting this. Want to see? Can still move this one. Alt X. that can align with other one. You see, it's coming out here, which we don't want. We don't want this line to be out. So what I will do now is I will just shift it back a little. Alt G X, yeah, just a little. Yeah, I think I'm fine. You can see we have our draw now. How can we now do this? So what I will do is I'll just add Control R here. Excuse me. Undo. Control R. So make it. I think I need just 2. So by pressing OK, then what I will do now is if I extrude it from here, let me extrude only this part. Here, here, sorry, here, 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 excuse me, here, here. So here, 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 and here. So this is where I want to extrude out. So I can just press my E Y axis. So E in Y axis. Let's see what we have. So you see that this thing is also coming out. You can see that this and this place is not really joined. So what I will do now is okay, let me do undo first. So this so just delete all this part. I'm trying to delete this, the edges here, because it's not really giving me what I want. Instead of him being straight, it's becoming something else. So let me see. Yeah, I think it's correct now. It's correct now. So sometimes when you are working, can always have some issues that will continue to give you headache. So it's welcome. So it makes you more to be more creative. So now I have this. This is this is our table. Yeah, this is our table. So now what we want to do now is just to extrude this from here. This. So let's try it. This. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. Click on this. If I hold down Alt, it's going to click on all the vertices, but I'm not extruding all. So then I press EY. Let's see. Hope it's not coming out. That's another thing. Let me just double tap G, then move inward a little. So I have this. So I have three faces now. You can see I have three faces. Then what I can do is just to make sure that I put my what do we call it? My cover to close it up. So I can extrude from here. But let's try if we do extrude from here. Let's see. Yeah. So let me extrude one after the other. Okay, let me extrude all at once first, and let's see. So extrude y-axis. So we have our drawer like this. So now let me just put a loop cut here to break it. Control R, then click, and then I want to shift it to this side. Yes, so another loop cut. Control R, let me shift this off so that I can have many faces to work on. Let me also do another one. Control R. Let me shift this a little bit downward to separate this. Okay, so another shift R. Let me shift this up. Another shift R. Then another Control R here. So when you are working on what do we call it, modeling or whatever in 3D, you just have to be patient, doing what is best. You know what is best. Thank you. All right. So now why did I? So I need another loop cut here so that I can insert. I need another loop cut here. Let me see if it's going to give me. Okay, loop cut. All right, so I have here. So now here, let me go to switch to my face. My face here, let me click my face. Let me insert a little, just insert a little, then extrude. Let me see if it's extruding inward a little. Let me undo that. Insert, extrude, let me see, then insert again. Let me use insert again. No, you just have to look for best way, then extrude again. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I think I'm having, all right. So here also do the same thing, insert, then extrude, am I correct? Then extrude outward again. Now insert again, then extrude. Yeah, so do the same thing to this. Insert, too much. Okay. Undo, insert a little, just little, then extrude, let me see the extrusion, undo, extrude, all right, insert again, extrude out, let's see. So we have this. You can see what we have now. We are having our drawer. So what we do now is want to make an undo. Let me bring my mesh. Let me use I should have used path, but I will not be talking about path today because in the subsequent class we'll still talk about path. Let me use my if I use circle, let's see what circle will give me. This is my circle. Go to my okay, let me bring out X, then up, and bring up, control part 3, then G, Z up, then rotate in y-axis 90, so then scale inward. I hope we are getting it. Then G, so I want it here somewhere up here, so I will still scale it, scale. I think I'm good. So now what I want to do now is, let me see my mesh very well. So I want to fill the face and extrude. So let me go to my edit mode. Then what I will do is go to my 1, my 2, then go to my extrude, scale, extrude again, scale, no, then press your F to fill, so I'm filling the face. Now what I can do with this is that go to my face mode, I want to press all. Then what I will do is extrude, extrude, then scale. Are you getting it? Then extrude, then scale, then extrude again, then scale, and make it more. Let me see. Okay, then extrude. Okay, excuse me, let me undo that. Extrude, then scale, so I want the face to be tiny, then extrude. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, very good. So you can see what we have here. You can see the handle is done. So what I will do now is go to my side view, then press all to my side view here. I go into your -Y. So what you want to do is G X, just bring in like this. Let me see. If it is too big, you can scale inward. Yeah. I think I'm good. Then what you will do is copy it by Shift D, then bring it down. Then Shift D again by bringing it down. Sorry, Shift D and GX and bringing it down again. Then we have our draw. Right, so our, what do we call it? Our handle is, you can see now we have our mesh. So that's that for that. So you can just add plane, Shift A, plane, then scale. So now I just want to give our table color so that we can have color on it. So here I'll be using kind of woody stuff and brownish, all of them. Let me see. Let me come to, you come to your material here, you press, when you click on it, you go to new, you see new, then click on your new. So because we want to give it a color, so you can come here. See, you will not see it, whatever adjustment you are doing here now, you will not see it. You can see I've given it a blue color already, but you will not see it. Why? Because of the mode, the preview this preview, that is solid mode preview. I need to come here, which is material preview. The other one is solid mode preview. This one is material preview. You can see it has become blue. You can see. So about our table, let me make it brownish. I want a brown. So if you want it more brown, so you can excuse me, it's not brown. So you can now bring this down. So you can bring that down to make it a little bit to deepen the color. So let's do the same thing to this. Let's just click on all. I'll still teach you on how to link. But let me come down here. Then once to link, I just want to put the same material. But before then, let me work on this first and finish everything. Come to your roughness. A table is always a little bit rough. It depends on the table anyway. But if it is a woody, it's not always smooth like that. So increase the roughness. So let's stop there for now. Yeah, that's it. So do the same thing to all. Click. Close. Click here. Also do the same thing. So we have our table. You can make this black. You can make it white. So let's just, should we make it white? Let's make it black. Let's see. I'll just turn this down. Then you can make it shiny. So if you want to make it shiny, reduce the roughness. And if you want to make it metallic, let's just add a little metal to make it metallic. Yes, so let's just stop there for now. We'll still talk about some of those things later on. So you can see it's a little bit shiny like that. So now come down here, because if you render, so first of all set your camera by pressing your camera or numpad 0, then press your N to lock. Come to view here, lock your camera here, then you can pan around. So just to make sure that it is center. Yeah, I think I'm good with these settings here. So this I still want to make scale in x-axis so that it will scale in y-axis. I don't want this back to be showing, so this edge here, you can see that it's black. So see scale. So you can see now what you want to do now is to set your light. Yeah, so you come down to, you see there's no light because I have hidden that light. So Alt H, it will bring everything back. So this one here, let me just make it a little bit smaller. Scale. Then bring forward. Then material, let me add, should I make it black? Let me see. Okay, but let me make it another color. So then bring up above the ground. So then you can just, let me set my camera number 0 so that it can also be in the scene. Let me G. So you can see now, you can see our lights. There's a light here that's showing. Let me move it up. Though we are not talking about light here now. I'll just play around it. You can play around your lights. It doesn't matter for now. You'll still be taught how to set your lights a little bit to an extent. So Shift A, I want to bring my, I love using area light. Okay. Bring up G, set up, scale. Bring up a little bit, make it up. Now what I want to do is I'll set it on 500. Let me see. Boom. So no path 0 to your camera view. Okay, I think I'm good here. Then you can adjust, you can give the what do we call it, the light color. You can change the color to blue. You can see. So let's see what we have if we want to render. You can see this one is, let me hide it first. Let me see ish. So you can see what we are having here, 1.0. So you can just play around your light. Can play around your light. Can make it. I think this is good. Okay, let me make it one more. Yeah. So what I will do again is I want to add another light. But I'll press Shift D to copy that. Okay, I think that one is all right. So now Shift D again, but this time around I'm not making it there. I'm bringing it forward as in G x-axis. Then I can point down the light point here, be pointing at this side, be facing it. Okay. Part 0. Am I really seeing what I'm doing? Part 0. Okay, let me try to bring it down. I'll scale it a little bit. Scale first. Make it smaller. Then bring it down, G down, then make it face here. Okay. Actually, this is not to set your light in a good way. I'm just only giving you some tips how to do a lightning experiment. So this is what is going to render for me. This is what, so I can make this light here not to be, let me make it white. Let's see. Okay, this is what is going to render for me. This is what is going to render for me. Okay, for now, so let me shade smooth this first. Let me see. So it has changed the shape. So if I press, yeah, let me just quickly come down here for you to see some rendering mode. So we have EV here. So now if I render here now, it is going to be on EV. Let me press my F12. So if I press F12, let's see, this is it. You can see. So this is EV. So I will want in EV and also in the other rendered mode that I will take you now. So just save, come down here, go to your save as. So you can name it table EV. Table EV. Then press, go to where you want to save it. I love something in here. Press save. So it's saved already. Then you can come down here, make some adjustments. If it is in circles, you see circles calculate every bit. You can see the way it is. So if you don't really have a graphics card, it will not really work out the way, as in it will be very, very slow. But I ought to teach you some things here, but because of our time, it's not for today. When we are talking about rendering, we talk about some of those things you need to make an adjustment here. So I just want to quickly give you a little tips here. Do you understand? So mark sample. Now when you get here, please note in this mark sample here, make sure it's not in 4096 or whatever higher price. You can whatever higher number is there, you can bring it down to like 60 so that you can have a quick rendering. So far it's not a big stuff like that, so make it 60. Then press your F12 again, bit by bit. You can see this is it. So you wait for it. So when it is done, so this is what you are going to have. This is circles. This is circles. So when it is done, so just come down here, save as usual, come as save. Then this is going to be circles this time around, not circles. So then press your save. So now this is the end of the class for today. This is the end of the class for today. So when you are saving, save in EV and save in circles. And when you are submitting, you submit both of them together and your name written under them. So we see in the next class.